let's have a little look, see is everything up and running. It looks so. Give me 1 moment, guys. Looks like everything is up and running, guys. So yeah, so hey everyone and welcome to the NAGTS. I am once in your commentator for the Split 1 race. I am Zach Sweeney, also known as Sweeney Z. So the guys here in Split 1 are at the Hungaroring, ready in preparation for qualifying. So leading your 1 hour practice session that we didn't stream because it's practice is Murdoch the Menace, who looked pretty good in the NAGTS special event. He's leading the way with a 43.6, which is a pretty good time. It's a very, very quick time. Pantaloons in the provisional second, then pretty close times back. Second back, Senna, Jimmy, Psycho, Scotty, Antonelli, Star Bobby, Rainmeister, Ebony, DJ, Frozone, Prek, Flat Track, Bad Bull, Jeffy, A, and Penguin. So, very good times. We're here at the Hungaroring, which is it's basically Monaco without rules. It's a 4.3 kilometre circuit, about 2.7 miles with 14 corners. The track record held by Lewis Hamilton in his Mercedes W11 2020 car with a 116.627. Would be nowhere near that, with 8 turns to the right and 6 to the left. This pretty short circuit, but definitely a very big challenge, especially for overtaking. But it should be interesting to see how our drivers cope and get on today. Seconds got left of free practice, and then we'll be getting going. So, welcome to the stream, whoever is watching, hope you are enjoying. You will be with us for the race, getting ready for Quali then, just waiting for everyone to round off.
Green light, go, go, go.
So, ready for qualifying now. 20-minute qualifying, led by a 1 hour race. So, let's see, we've got Frozone is heading out in his lovely looking Mercedes AMG GT3 car. Now around the lap, pretty sure lap, but it is crucial to get the tyres warmed up onto the track. And apologies for anyone on it again with me commentating in the UK. It's about 1 o'clock here, so tiredness than on here. But hopefully today we can actually give you what looks to be a very good race, and hopefully we can actually see the start of the race. Because every time I've seen tons of things, we didn't actually put the start of the race on stream, and that's led to the pretty boring race with nothing happening. But we did Frozen, just trying to negotiate his outlap and get his guys all up ready for the flyer to see where he stacks up on the grid. Senna in that very very Senna theme. That's the final corner. Onto the pit straight to start a lap here at the Hungaroring, all the way to the left hand side, of course. To give yourself the best run through turn one as possible. A lot of undulation here at the Hungaroring, braking just at that GT World Challenge wheel, using the engine braking in the best he can, down to second gear, running the tight apex, running the car out wide and making this little kick as short as it can be, all the way to the right hand side, then braking just at the start of the curb and aiming yourself at this apex because it's an off camber corner, aiming yourself at the apex to get the car turn, hugging it all the way around, keeping to the left hand side to open up this flat right, leading on to one of my favourite corners on the track, uphill and a blind apex left hander, braking at the start of the curb, chucking it in to third gear and chucking it through the corner, using the bump on the inside to help, braking for this next right hander. What the curb can really screw you up, but just going to get as close to it without touching it. Braking again at the start of the curb, using it to open up the corner, right on the inside. You can cut a lot of this curb, as you can see Senna doing really well here and showcasing very nicely into the infield section then, and chucking it in and using the inside curb once again, chucking it in, very easy to understand there. Senna negotiates it pretty well, using the track to his advantage. It's looking like a pretty tidy lap. Penguin doesn't seem to be doing too bad. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you stay around and enjoy. Senna rounding off at sector 2 and into sector 3, only a couple of corners, but coming into this pretty hard braking zone through this right hander, where we saw Kimi Raikkonen do a massive Tokyo drift to overtake Felipe Massa, I believe, but hugging that inside curb then for the penultimate corner and coming into the final corner, very similar to the Nürburgring where a lot of these guys were at last weekend for the special event, but negotiating a very nice late apex onto the straight and rounding off the corner to do a 44.6, which is a pretty good time. I see what Penguins do as he comes across the line, does a 44.4, so pretty close times so far in this qualifying session. We've got a ball from Rainmeister as he rounds off the lap. Is it going to be a pole position lap, which will be validated, or not? That penalty lows goes 6 cents slower. And today the fourth with Frozen in 5 like 2 seconds off the pace, so he's definitely looking to improve upon that. In that Porsche looks pretty good at the Nürburgring, not doing too well at the moment. He is 7th of 7 people to have set a lap in his Porsche 2.7 seconds off the pace. Murdoch, who looked good in practice, goes fastest with an amazing 43.9. That is astonishingly quick. Of course, the Ferrari 408 GT3 car is pretty rapid around this track, so no surprise it's top of the time sheet so far, but with such a large margin, it's going to be looking like he's going to be pretty hard to beat in today's race. Looks like Penguin goes about a second up in his time. He goes at 3/10 within our pole sitter, so looking like it could be a good battle for pole. Let's see if Murdoch can improve and be the first driver into the 42s. 14 minutes left still to go in this qualifying session. Looks like a lot more people have set a lap time, about 7 seconds covering the grid, so these guys do need to get on it and set some better lap times in. Make it a little bit closer, but for the majority of them. Very nice laps and very close laps as well. So to be a good race, and of course race pace and consistency is very, very important here. Picking your moments when to overtake and knowing when to work with people, when to overtake, when to know to back out is very crucial here. As I mentioned earlier, Hungaroring is just Monaco without the rules. Monaco without the rules is definitely going to be a tricky track to be raced around. Into the 42s then, with 42.975, looking pretty strong to take a pole position in his Ferrari. Very strong, reliable car is that Ferrari. I've driven it myself and won an ACC title in it, so definitely is a very unique car behind the circuit. Very reliable and consistent. It's not going to snap out on you. And it's pretty easy to drive. But Murdoch is making the most out of what is an easy car to drive and putting it on maiden pole, a provisional pole position further down. Senna goes up into P6, Scotty up into P7, knocking Rainmeister down in his Bentley. But as it stands, with 11.5 minutes to go, Murdoch leads, Penguin second, Pante in third, Psycho fourth, Antonelli in P5, Senna in P6, Scotty P7, Rainmeister P8, Krek in P9, Sarboby P10, Evody in P11, Frozone P12, Jimmy P13, Bad Bull in P14, A in P15, and rounding off the grid so far without setting laps on is Flat Track and El Jefe. So yeah, still halfway to go in this qualifying session, so anything can definitely happen. But as seems to be tradition in these NAGTS races, it looks like we've had a really strong pole position time, a pretty close second place, and a big drop back to the rest of the field. So it looks like there's pretty one dominant driver, pretty dominant fight between each driver, and with 10.5 minutes to go, anything's still going to happen though. I'll be the one to cover it, and then obviously give you the coverage before the race, which will be on a different stream, as I do need to back out of the lobby, and when I back out of the lobby it crashes my game, so we'll start the stream, and just in preparation for the hours long ahead, I'm going to go get a drink, so I'll be right back. back to action then, and apologies for that. I just needed to get a picture and keep me awake. But all good now and ready to bring in the action. So Murdoch still pole, hasn't quite managed to improve on his time yet. Penguin hasn't quite managed to bring the gap down either. 5 tenths seems to be a pretty big gap to make, especially around a short circuit like this, but definitely still possible. So Psycho has put a pretty good lap to go into what is a provisional P3. Still 4 minutes left to go in the lobby though, so could definitely be interesting to see how it happens and how it pans out. Setting up a good lap then, going for what would be a one of his final flying laps to go, but definitely setting up for a good lap. So we're going to stay on board with him. We stayed on board with him for most of the lobby actually. So we'll go on board with our P4 man, Henry Rose, as he comes around the final corner. Hopefully he's up in his time and move up into the third position. Pretty close between the third and fourth man of Psycho and Panty Lows. As he comes around the final corner then, what's it going to be? Is he going to improve? Not quite, so he's going to go for another lap in his 32 Bentley Continental GT3. Coming into turn 1 then, braking once again at the GT World Challenge board. An engine braking, trail braking down, and using the curb on the inside, getting a nice apex, and is on the power as early as you can. He's got a Lamborghini for company there in the background, trying to also improve on their lap time. Coming into turn 2, going a little bit wide, but managing to bring it back for a later apex. Both lines to work. Obviously one is more ideal than the other, certainly just depends on preference. But coming up the hill then and into the fast left hand where it's very easy to spin, braking at the start of the curb, opening up the corner, using that inside curb to get the car bitten around and using the track on the exit, swinging it back to the left to open up the right, going a little bit wide and using the outside of the track. Not the best line to take through there. He's going to be pretty disappointed with that. Scotty has also toppled him to 4th position, very close. Point 0.6 between 3rd and 4th, 0.006 between 3rd and 4th place. So very close, and then a further 0.51, half a tenth back to the 5th place man of the Hungaroring. We're on board and now going a little bit wide through that fast right-hander, but managing to keep it on the track and hopefully not validated for the time being. Yellow flags in sector 1 and 2, but coming through the penultimate corner then swinging it in to the left-hand side, chucking it in and using the curb on the inside to get the car bit around, running wide and bringing it back over to the left-hand side for the final corner, looping back on itself once again and coming in through the final corner. What's it going to be? Is it going to be an improvement on his lap time? He's only got a minute and a half, so he's got 2 more laps if he stays as it is. He hasn't improved on that particular occasion, so he's going to have to go for another one to see if he can improve on his position. So Psycho and Scotty J in the pit there. So as we're half of the field, Matt Dennis and J&J still duking it out for the pole position though. Once again, it won't be the final time, it will be for the second last time for the penultimate time. A bit of a lock up there though, as you can see the front right getting a bit of a lock up for that final corner, so that's going to cost him time coming around the final corner. It is an improvement, it's a slight improvement, so all of these guys within the same tenth of a second and only half a tenth back to Senna SP. So these guys within 0.2 of a second covering 4 positions on the track. And yeah, qualifying is over though, so this is going to be everyone's final lap. This is Pane Low's final chance to get up the grid. It's also JJ Penguin's final chance to topple Murdoch to pole position. He needs an amazing lap. He needs to hook up every apex, every acceleration point, every turning point, every braking point. He needs to make this his perfect lap. Coming through the chicane, then hitting the first apex, gliding over the second, and making good use of those inside curbs, and coming across into the infield section, then using the curb on the inside to get the car rotated around, downshift 1 gear to get the car rotated in for the second bit of the infield. Very nicely done there, flat out for this right-hander into the fast right, and in fast left-hander into the right, runs a little bit wide, and that's going to be his lap invalidated. So his perfect lap comes to a rather abrupt end as he is unable to convert it into pole position, but unless Pane or Senna can keep it clean, he will be looking good for a second place, and he has an hour-long race to make amends if need be. He definitely has shown some pace, he just needs a bit of consistency and a lot of race pace to hold on to what will hopefully be a race win for him, and hopefully these two can have a little bit of a battle further down the field. Further up the field. Further down the field though, it is looking pretty close. Bad Bull and A setting the exact same lap time in their Porsche and Nissan respectively, but that is the qualifying coverage over. I've been Zach, we'll jump to the race in just a moment.